Hey everybody, me and Buster want to say welcome to Little Cahaba Junkin, where we share a whole lot of Junkin and even more Jesus. Enjoy our video. Well, hi Tiffany. How are you doing? I am good. Oh my goodness, you're out here taking care of your beautiful flowers.
This is my newest project. I went around the property and I gathered all these rock and brought
Gorgeous.
them up. This wasn't originally where they hung meat.
Beautiful.
The smokehouse.
Yes.
And so I thought, well, I need to jazz it up with some of my junk.
Well, it is beautiful.
And so I've gotten, you know, old bikes and old signs.
I love it. And your hydrangeas are gorgeous.
They're already starting to bloom, I know.
Those are beautiful. You'll have to cut some of those up for your table.
I know it.
I love that water pump. Oh.
Yeah, we got that at the Nashville Flea Market. It's the last weekend of every month in Nashville at the fairgrounds.
Gorgeous.
And then I got that red cart from Sites Antiques. It's Kim Sites, and she has booths at the Brass Bear.
Okay. Well, everything is gorgeous. I'm just going to come up here one night while you're asleep and just load up my truck. You'd probably shoot me over the junk.
Yeah, and Aunt Petey, she gave me some of the succulents,
yes.
And so I planted that in there.
They will get humongous. They are crazy. You don't have to water them. I had some that I had left over the winter, and they're just crazy. They just come crazy.
And then these are zinnias that I planted in my bathtub.
Yes, I remember those from the last time.
Yes.
And that's lantana, isn't it? Or what is that?
That is mint.
Mint.
And
oh,
it
okay.
comes back every year, and then eventually our next project we're going to get rid of the stump, and so the next time you come, maybe it'll.
Well, I like the stump. It's just a little background for everything.
But yeah, there's our Eli. He's checking everything out. Oh, he's gonna lay down. He has to take a little nap or rest every once in a while.
He's not sure about me, but he'll love me by the time I go, won't you, buddy? He said, I don't know about that.
Now, this was where they canned stuff, and you could go down underground and put their canning, and then this is an original well to the property.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I know. And then I've got my daughter-in-law loaned me this was her dad's. He's mid-50s. His toy tractor.
Gorgeous.
And then of course my pole boy, I collect those, and so I snatch them up when I can afford them. And
I love the enamel.
My blue swirl enamel wheel, which was one of the first things we ever collected when we got married almost 37 years ago. I picked up the Pepsi Cola thing at the first Vintage Pickens where she had it at her house.
Yes, I loved it when it was at her house. Her property was gorgeous.
And my son and daughter-in-law have borrowed it for like parties to put ice and drinks in, and I finally got it back.
Well, it's adorable.
Pepsi sign is another Kim Sites, Sites Antiques, that Albia bought me for my birthday a few years ago.
Everything is beautiful. And is this like an old ice box?
Ice box was in the old farmhouse.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And so
it's awesome, Tiffany. Everything is so pretty. And what's this plant down here growing? Figs. Okay.
I kill those things.
Well, they're pretty.
We have chopped, and we only have those left, and they'll produce some figs.
And do y'all get in here when there's going to be bad weather?
If it's a storm and we know it's really going to be bad, we will go to the storm shelter.
I mean, you've even got your storm shelter decorated.
Yes, with my bed. That bed was found in the barn, and I finally
love
got
it.
some flowers to grow up on it.
It is so pretty. Her property, y'all, is just crazy. It's all of our dream.
We really enjoy it. I, of course, love to, work out in the yard, but you got to do it in the morning or late afternoon here in Alabama.
You'll melt.
You will.
Have you had a lot of hummingbirds this year?
I have had one, that's all, and they've been more interested in that lantana tree.
Oh, yes.
And
I've never seen a lantana tree. It's gorgeous. I love lantana because it gets so big, but
that's the first tree I've had, so we'll see how it goes.
And look at your moss growing up.
It goes up, and then I have to pull it off because it'll die over the winter, and then it grows back up.
It looks so cute.
But this area doesn't get as much of the hot, and
Yes.
so it thrives.
Yes.
Over
I love all the ground cover.
here. Well, that's the best thing. You don't have to weed.
What you doing, Eli? He's just a mosier, isn't he? He just likes to mosey.
He piddles around.
I got me some shirts, and I'm gonna put just piddling on them because anytime anybody calls me, "What are you doing?" I'm just piddling.
Oh, that's cute. I want one.
I'll make you one. Oh, I love the Gone Junkin. That is adorable.
I can't remember where I got that.
I need that. Everything is beautiful, and this breeze feels so good.
Doesn't it? And y'all, if y'all need instant planters, old sinks are just perfect. And normally you can get them for $20 or $25.
That is adorable. Yes. I see them, but I don't ever know what to do with them.
Just throw you some herbs in there and go on.
So sweet. And y'all are gonna just love her house and her porch. Now we'll share your beautiful porch.
This is my favorite part to decorate.
I bet. I wish I had a big old porch like this.
It's a lot of fun. Of course, you know, porches, they get dirty, but you know, you just kind of wash them off and go on about your business.
That's right.
I love green, and so I try to do things for the seasons. And this has all of my old sprinklers.
I love those. Penny started a little collection too.
Yes, and then y'all gave me the little garden tour sign, and try to put a few plants out here. You know, with it getting so hot, I limit the number of plants out here so I don't have to water.
I know that, and oh my goodness, it's such a pain. They're so beautiful, and I just get them over and over, just get a ton of them. Then I'm like, why do I do this to myself to have to water all these?
I know. And then I took the terracotta pot idea from you and started putting them in my wagon. And actually,
yes.
I raided Mother's house when I went to Louisiana last week and got all her old terracotta.
Well, that's good. I love the aged terracotta.
Yes, me too.
And I love this green chair. That is adorable.
I know.
I gotta find me some of these now. Some sprinklers.
This was the newest one I found 2 weeks ago at just a yard sale. Isn't that one cute?
Yes, and there's your wasp's nest.
Yes,
Lord,
you're gonna find wasp nests all through the house.
Look, I could have brought you a bunch of them. Ooh, them things love it. Love getting in my junk. We are now in the farmhouse. And if you've watched Tiffany's videos before, you know that this was did y'all add on to the farmhouse? I can't remember. Y'all tore it down and used stuff.
We used all the stuff that we could. My husband and several friends came in and tore it down, and then we recycled everything. We wanted to restore it, but it was just going to be too much to do that.
Yes. Well, you have made the best out of the situation. And Tiffany, she just always just tucks stuff everywhere, and it looks so cute. Like, who would think to put a wasp nest right there? I mean, but it's so cute.
Well, I love birds and birds' nest. And you know, guys, I don't decorate the entire house for seasons, different holidays. I just kind of have several just areas that I'll decorate because, you know, you just don't have the time to do that.
Yes.
Or I don't. Some
No,
people may.
I don't either.
But, and so a lot of this stays out all year the same way.
And I loved this last time, and I still have not done it, but I love how you've got your keys in there. So sweet. Everything is gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Is this are these new on the wall?
No.
Okay,
no,
I couldn't remember if they were here last time.
That was an old, I think it might have come from Europe, and I bought it from Trisha's Treasures, and she's in Homewood.
Okay.
And I bought this. I love anything that has the tile. I bought that washstand from a lady that no longer lives in Sylacauga, but I just love it. And I gravitate toward the brown and white transfer wear.
It's so pretty. I love it. And she loves her little shoes.
Yes.
They're so sweet. I love all this. Penny would just probably have to pick some of this up. Now, what is this piece with the hole? Is that a flower frog or?
No, I think that was for a soap dish. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
yeah, to let
And
it
you
drain.
let it drain
Yes,
through.
that is adorable too. I've never seen a piece like that. So pretty. And I love all your little dolls, your little Charlottes. Those are so sweet.
And my bits and bobs and broken pieces.
And Eli's growling because I'm by his bed. He
Yeah,
said,
he's like, don't get close to my bed. I'm grumpy.
Eli, I couldn't even fit in that baby if I wanted to. It does look cozy though. He's fine. He don't have many teeth even if he wanted to bite me. He said, "Ooh, she's sweet like sugar. Let me get her." So pretty. Is that a new cross?
I think probably since you were here, you know, I
so
love
pretty.
architectural stuff. And
Yes.
I thought that was kind of cool.
It's beautiful.
And then when we went to the Nashville show in February, I bought the oyster basket that is down here.
That is
And
gorgeous.
it's so unique. And I just filled it with like glass doorknobs and then the clear glass insulators. And then this is off an old stove and it says radiant. So I thought
that.
the queen has to be radiant.
Yeah, and she always is. Look, when we were at Petals, me and Penny looked like, I'm speaking for myself, but Penny don't care. We look buzzardish. And Tiffany had come up and said something. She's like, I'm going to the car or something. And this lady we were shopping with, she's like, that lady that's with y'all is so beautiful and dressed so cute. And I said, what are you trying to say, that we ain't? She started laughing. I said, no, she always looks like that.
Thank you.
We're almost embarrassed to go anywhere.
I love going with y'all. I'm like a celebrity.
You're so silly. No, but Tiffany has the sweetest, and Melanie too. Y'all are just always so cute. When we went to the junk hunt, we were like, we don't even need to be seen with them.
We just need to make y'all some clothes to wear.
You'd have to have a lot of linen to make me something.
Oh, no.
Look at these with the little medal on the front.
I think we've talked about those before in a previous video.
Probably.
Those were Albia's grandmother's, one of their family members, and there's a little note in the inside tucked in saying whose they were.
Cute. Those are adorable. I just love those.
And I've kind of, redone this, like, I try to refresh, move things around.
Well, that's what I tell everybody. You don't have to buy 100 new pieces. Just move stuff around. And like, to me, because like all this looks new, even though I've seen it before, but just rearranging it makes it look brand new.
And that was one of the things that Aunt Penny and you gave me,
yes,
the 10 Commandments, and I just love that.
And that's so sweet. And her TV's right here, so she's got her mantle to decorate, and her TV's out of the way because the decorations are more important than the TV.
That was one of our compromises in this house, but I'm pleased with it.
It looks great. Everything is so sweet. And all your little cups, those are so precious too. Just lots of memories all in this house.
If they could only talk.
Mine would probably say, dust me.
Well, there was quite a few spider webs that I got down. When you start really looking, it's kind of like, oh my.
No, look, you would die. I sometimes I'm like, oh, my house is clean. Then I really, like you said, really look, and I think, what have I been doing? It's hard to keep up, especially when you have collections. But you know what? I say that just adds to the ambiance, doesn't it?
It does. And people ask, well, where do you start? Doorknobs, when you can find them, buy them.
Yes.
Whatever shape they're in, you can tuck them in places. They always add some texture and some character. And this is a new little shoe. Look at that
that's
one.
adorable.
It was a oneer. They only had one. They lost it.
So cute. I love that. Everything is so sweet. I just love it. But I always do, and I always try to think of how I can steal stuff. And this is her sweet baby. That's not a baby anymore. He has babies of his own.
Yes, we still call him the Prince.
Well, of course. Because his mama's the Cranky Queen. I love it.
Thank you.
Everything is so sweet. And what is the fabric?
One of my friends that has gone to heaven, Lena, gave me that, and I don't even know where she got it, but I framed it. It's kind of a crazy quilt, and it had all the colors that I loved, and so every time I pass by it, I think of her.
Well, that's perfect.
And then I have all of, as we've talked about before, our memory jugs, and those are usually made of like dips and bops and crazed and crackled pieces of glass, and this one is shell. This is a new one that I got at the Great Junk Hunt, and it's German. The guy told me that he was from Missouri, and it's got like, look at that. It's like a little bell, and there's a key and shells.
That one's got a little bit of everything.
And look, a knife. So that was kind of my prize that I brought home from the Great Junk Hunt.
Well, it fits in perfect with the rest. And I love the little bunny. He's adorable.
I think that was a postcard at one time.
So cute.
And then my Peters and McCarty pottery, which are Mississippi pottery. I'm from Louisiana, but live right on the edge of Mississippi. So you'll see a lot of Louisiana and Mississippi pottery, some Alabama too.
Yes, I think I said this last time, I had a friend who grew up in Mississippi, and she had the McCarty pottery, and she would always break it out for baby showers, and it was all so pretty, and she'd be like, what color do we want? And she had all kinds of it. That was like for her wedding. I think that's what a lot of people gave her. So she had all the colors, and we would always use it, and it was just beautiful. And this is one of my favorite spots. It's her little chicken area.
Yes, I love my chicken area. I have a lot of folk art here. And I don't know, some of the things I've been kind of looking at. Look at these old pin cushions. I've got one there, and then I have,
cute.
Look at him.
He's adorable too. and I love that one too. Yes. That one, I think you've had that one.
Yes, I have. And then this is new. This is an old bathroom cleaner.
Okay.
Sinks, but look, it has the little chicken on it.
Yes, I always love the graphics on old tins and stuff.
I do too.
So cute. And wait till y'all see her chickens, because they are bougie. They've got hair. Even Tiffany's chickens are bougie.
And look, there's a little recipe card with the chicken on it.
So cute.
For sour cream
pie. Did you make that all the time?
I have not. I just found it stuck in a cookbook I bought.
Now you got to make us some sour cream pie next time, Tiffany.
That doesn't sound very good.
It might be. Hey, it might be good. And this is the incubator box. Yes. I share it every time, but it's just in case you're new and haven't seen Tiffany's house. It is awesome. Everything is. And somebody's like, I forgot who it was on which of my videos. They're like, all you do is say, that's so cute or that's so sweet. I'm like, because it is. I don't know what else to say. That's gorgeous, honey. That's just wonderful. Oh, and that you bought that too at the Junk Hunt, didn't you? Yes. I remember that in your haul video.
Yes.
Or picture that you sent us. And I love all of these old paintings. They're gorgeous.
I just gravitate toward them.
And there's Tiffany's little animals.
Yes.
She's got chickens. She's got goats. You have sheep too, or just goats?
Cows and
cats.
And
yes.
dogs.
And a zebra.
Yes.
Wait till
a visiting zebra.
She's got a very exotic farm. And you sold most of your Highlands, except for a couple.
We've kept two, and our blind Highlands, Tenacity, or we call her Tinny, she had a healthy baby girl.
Wonderful.
And her name is Faith.
Faith. I remember you telling me she was pregnant. And look, she doesn't let being blind stop her from anything. No. That thing just roams and goes right along, but never know.
You own a farm, you definitely know that there is a God.
Absolutely.
It's just miracles every single day.
Absolutely. Always act as if you're wearing a crown. Yes. Tiffany has a reputation to uphold. That's why she's always so cute. A queen is not seen looking bad. She's always so cute. I mean, just look at her today. She's like, quit, you're embarrassing me. But you are always so fashionable. And Melly, that is her friend that has a booth with her, makes all these beautiful homemade clothes out of vintage linen and stuff. And it is just so cute. Everything they have. And this is lots of blue stuff.
Yes.
I love it.
Again, some of the pottery that I collect, and a little blue and white that also goes along with the art.
Oh, it does. Yes.
And this is an old ice box too.
That is adorable. And I say this every time, but I love the peaches picture because from Chilton County. Yes. And how long have you been junking, Tiffany?
My parents loved to antique, so when I was little, I'd go to the auctions. But I have been probably literally going to yard sales since I was about 18 or 19.
It's addictive, isn't it?
It is, and my tastes have changed over years, and that's okay too. And I have a variety. I go from primitives to English furniture, and I just make it work.
It all blends, though. Your house is a representation of you, so that's what you want it to be.
This piece here I put on layaway in Marietta, Georgia, and for like, I don't know, 6 months, and then brought it home. And so, you know, not everything has to be expensive. A lot has come from estate sales, yard sales, family, and I'm thrifty.
Yes.
So,
well, that's how you are able to collect so much.
and have been doing it for a long time, because I will be 60 in January.
I can't hardly believe that.
And so if you think about how long, over 40 years of collecting.
Well, it all looks wonderful. And I've got a ways to catch up, but I'm going to get there.
Yes.
Tiffany said these are real, and I didn't believe her. I had to touch it.
They are.
Those are gorgeous. You can dry those and use them for the fall.
Yeah.
That'll be so pretty. And this is always one of my favorite little spaces at Tiffany's house. Is her little collection.
Always will you change out for the holidays or the, you know, different seasons, and it's easy. You don't have to change your entire house. And I, you know, again, I love nests. I love birds. And this time I even added some of the old seed packets that I got at the Great Junkin. And even one that y'all gave me with the zinnias.
Because she loves those, and those are going to be beautiful when they sprout up.
And I got the bird from Susan.
Yes, I remember you. Yes, I remember you grabbing that. Penny had a couple too, but she had a pile, so she had to kind of sort and put stuff back. He's cute with his little hair.
One of my little Logans. Hey. And then this box actually had all those nests in it when I bought it.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that cool?
I love that. Any little nest I find in the yard, I pick up.
And then books, you know, or those are things that you can decorate with that do not cost a lot.
Exactly.
And so I always look for ones that may have a theme to them.
I love it. I love books. I love collecting them, and I have some old ones, and then they don't even have to be old. Just go to the thrift store and find some in your color scheme. But like she said, that is a very inexpensive way to just decorate your house. He's nibbling Mama.
He is. I meant to put his bowl up, but look, he takes his food out and then puts it on the floor to eat it.
He needs nourishment, Mama. And I always have to share Tiffany's beautiful door. It is just absolutely gorgeous.
One of my favorite things of the house. It worked out well. And can you believe someone just was restoring an old home and didn't want it? And so we went to Georgia to get it.
I would have too, in a heartbeat. People don't know what they have sometimes when they're redoing stuff and cleaning out. And one thing that always makes me sad is when you go to the thrift store and you see people's photos and it still has their children's pictures in it.
I know.
I'm like, oh my goodness, y'all couldn't have at least kept the pictures. But I guess everybody's not like that. But
no, I guess not.
I just can't stand the thought of it. Milk of magnesia. Yes.
Yes.
We've all been there. No, I love the glass though. And I always love how you've got that in the
Yes.
collection. So cute. And there's her babies.
Yes.
The Grand Prince and Grand Princess.
Sutton and Collins.
I love it. Such a sweet family. And Tiffany also, they have a lake house, and she said eventually we're going to get to go see it, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it's just a little cabin, 2-bedroom, cinder block, but we like it.
I love that picture. That is adorable.
This is another thing I got from Susan, and look, it's made out of nuts.
Oh, I didn't even know. That is
Isn't that
crazy.
cool?
Yes, I love that. Susan's got some really cute stuff, too. I wish we could go see her house.
And most everything that's up there is either things I collected years ago or they came out of the old farmhouse. And so they're your more primitive things, but I really wanted to put some of those things. And fresh eggs, we always have eggs. Our
Yes.
girls have been doing really well.
I love your little egg holder. That is adorable. Yes.
Amazon.
Oh, really? I need to order me
Yes.
one because I have some that I just have in a bowl. But one of our doctors, he has tons of chickens and he brings us eggs. And they're just beautiful to display too. Well, everything is so pretty. Y'all just wait till you see the rest. Now, I know you can't jump up on that bed, but I bet your mama will pick you up and put you up there if you asked.
Yes, he sleeps up there every night.
Buster does too. I cannot sleep without Buster. And look, our bedroom is our rooting area, but Tiffany's, even her bedroom is gorgeous, y'all.
Now, I have to admit, I don't make my bed every day, and hopefully my mother's not listening, but
That's
it's
okay.
one of those things. One of the readers from a previous time said, I love all of your religious
Yes,
things.
I do
And
too.
I have Mother Mary, can you imagine?
I know.
And so I seek out Mother Mary.
Absolutely.
And vintage Jesus things. And so you'll see a lot of that around the house and in the bedroom. And then I love architectural. I've said
I
that
do too,
before,
and I love all
just
your
pull
pieces.
things out and just start putting it up. And of course, I don't change my gallery walls out. But if you took everything down, there would be quite a few nail holes.
Oh, yes, honey. You should see. If we ever sell our house, they're just going to say, well, I guess we just need to just completely redo all the sheetrock. I do fill them and putty them and try to paint, but they'll be, the rooms are going to get smaller because of the amount of times I have to paint to cover up stuff.
It's just going to take up all the room.
Yes, it does. So sweet. And that's your hubby right there.
That's Albia. He did in the yard. He and his brother worked really hard to put out pine straw and get it ready. But it was it was something that needed to be done. And
Well, we really appreciate you doing that.
him. Look, he's a little clip. And
That's
he's
adorable.
A little parakeet.
He's cute. He's escaped his cage.
He has.
I love those up in the corners too. Oh, so
Now, I did get those off eBay. I don't order a lot off eBay, but I did actually get those. And the rest of it is just, it's art from different areas. And like I said, just pieces, shutters. Anything like that can be very good art. You don't have to spend a fortune on a shutter or a door.
No, and it all just looks so good. And
These were my parents, and I had them redone, and then I had his and her monogrammed on them. They were in their bedroom years ago.
And was that yours when you were little, or?
No, actually, a friend of mine that redoes those. He can no longer do it now, but he redid that one, and Albie bought that for me probably 25 years ago.
Love it. Look, Eli's getting a little more comfortable with me now.
He is.
He said that lady's loud and crazy, but she might be all right. These are, Penny got some frames like this from Susan to hang stuff in.
Those are Gould, G-O-U-L-D, and they're, he was like a famous artist that did mainly birds. And so those are very old, and those actually came in the frames like that.
And I
And
literally
all of
love
them
these.
religious and
so precious. And is that little baby Logan?
Yes.
How cute.
Yes.
And I love that. And she said she got that at the fire department sale.
Yes, this past October.
I love all these beautiful pictures. Everything is so cute. Just a collection. So sweet. And what are these little dolls called?
Those are my little Emily Ruths, because my mom had black hair, and they are all from probably German, and I do have a few blondes. You know, you got to add a few blondes to be fun in the group. But
love it. That is so sweet, Tiffany. And is that your mom and dad?
It is, on their honeymoon.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. And then tuck in little Bibles.
Yes. Just to add some layers.
Yes.
You are the queen of layering things, I'm telling you. Everything is beautiful.
Thank goodness for Swiffers. Let's
Yes.
put it that way.
Yes. And like I said, mine just adds to the ambiance. I always have to share this. And what do you call this, Tiffany, in here?
This is my patchwork area. All of the wood came from the old house that we tore down. It was behind sheetrock, it was behind plaster, and it's just a patchwork. It makes me think of a quilt.
It's gorgeous. I love it. Don't you love it, Eli?
Eli!
So now we are in Tiffany's beautiful craft room. I mean, even her craft room, y'all, is just, it's just crazy.
Well, it is never this clean, y'all. I really did clean up. I do a lot of crafts, do a lot of sewing, and I have just decorated it in things that make me smile. It's funky, and it's just one of those rooms that I enjoy being in.
Well, it is so fun and colorful. And like I said, Tiffany's house just matches her personality perfect. And that's what you want your house to be, a reflection of you. You want to enjoy being in your home.
Yes.
So that's what I say. You want to be able to enjoy it and actually love spending time in it. It should be your little safe haven. And this is so cute. She's got all of her little stuff on her girl over here. I picked up one of these one time at a store and was wearing it, and Penny's like, put that thing. I think I'm going to get me one and just wear it out next time we go Junkin. Would you still go with me if I wore one?
I would.
Tiffany could probably make it into an outfit. All your little babies.
Yes.
Those are sweet.
Can you not? I have to save those. When I see them, and I can afford them, they have to come home with
Like,
me.
just imagine some little girl was carrying this around. It's just pitiful. I couldn't. I'm never gonna be able to get rid of anything. So if I ever have children, Lord God bless them, they're gonna be in a mess because.
Well, look, my one and only is gonna have to deal with this one day.
Look, anything he don't want, you say call Kayla. That's what I tell my Aunt Kim, because I know Hunter, her son, she's got one boy. I know he ain't gonna want anything. I'm like, Hunter, you can't throw anything away. You gotta call me. So cute. And all your furniture is just gorgeous.
Well, several pieces were in the farmhouse, and big pieces work really good in rooms like this because they can hold fabric, they can hold all kind of craft things. And a lot of this is toys from my childhood. There's tins and just things that just make me smile.
No wonder you like to come in here and craft. It's just so sweet. All right, Tiffany, you want to show them the rest of your yard?
Sure. We got just lots of flowers, lots of junk. Everything I try to plant that's perennial.
Yes.
I do sprinkle in some annual, but that way, you don't have to spend so much money every season.
That's right.
Getting the flowers you need.
This is, it's a zebra. Just got a zebra out here, Tiffany.
That's our neighbor's zebra. Her name is Shasta, and she likes our farm, so she just comes and visits. Shasta!
Look at the pony. What's the pony's name?
Sparky.
Sparky.
Yes.
Oh
You
my.
see way out in the pasture,
Here
we
comes.
got some little babies.
Oh my goodness. He said, I'm coming. Save me something. Look at her running. She said, Mama, Mama, I'm coming.
Isn't she adorable?
She's so sweet. Oh my goodness. Look at that little thing.
She was born last week. And that's her mama, Samantha, who was born on the farm.
How precious. Oh, she is beautiful.
Isn't she cute? Looks just like her mama.
Yes,
Oh,
she is.
they get some sugar.
Oh, way.
Oh.
She is precious. She said, I gotta have a milkshake. How sweet. She's so tiny.
Yes. Her name is Scarlett.
She's precious. And this is what she has as her garage. But what was this, Tiffany?
This was just an old building that the previous owners that had been here forever, he tinkered on things. He had all of his different equipment and saws and all of that kind of stuff, and we just kind of redid it, and Albia just stores all of his lawnmowers and things like that.
I love it. And I love the sink.
The sink actually did come out of the old house. Great
So
planner.
Cute.
That Diet Right Cola was one of my birthday presents that we got when we were going to Nashville.
Dang, I need him to take me somewhere for my birthday. And Tiffany's bougie chickens.
Yes.
They are just a mess. But even look at her coop. She's got coop spelled out.
Yeah, Albia and his brother built this. I showed them a picture, and they are not craftsmen, and it took them a minute. And I repainted it this last fall, but I like decorating it just as much as holding the chickens.
It's adorable. I hear them in there.
Yes, we have 5 now. And when it gets really hot, they go and they hide.
I bet, because it is hot out here today. Well, they have decided to make an appearance. Look at that hair.
That's Priscilla.
She looks like a Priscilla. Trying to get it to focus on them.
Probably can't get it.
There we go. Now, what are y'all doing? Look at Priscilla. She just something else. The hair just kills me.
She knows she's pretty.
Yes, she does. Here comes Walter. Look at this. Oh my goodness, they are super pregnant. Oh my goodness. Hey, darling. Hey, buddy.
Look at them. Hey, look how fat they are.
There's
Most of them will. That one's already, her baby's just
Yes.
left a few weeks ago, so she's feeling good.
She said, finally, honey. There's the devil right there. He's the
Frank Sinatra.
he's the mastermind.
He is. He's a horn dog. And then these, look, they'll have like twins, triplets, quadruplets. We have Fern. We have Pansy, Petunia. And she's Marigold, but we call her Butterball.
Yes.
Look how fat
She looks
is.
like me. And this one's so
That
friendly.
one's Magnolia. She's just our little redneck.
That's what you said, but she's so sweet.
She had twins, and they've gone on to a new farm.
Walter said, hey now.
And now he'll eat it too. He's the friendliest dog. I'm getting it on y'all's head, aren't I?
They said, that's okay, we'll get it off.
But by the next week or two, we'll have a bunch of little babies hopping around.
Oh my goodness. I want to come back and roll around with them. What are y'all doing? Frank Sinatra. Don't you headbutt him.
Ugly? He acts so ugly sometimes.
You just take advantage of these girls and then throw them away.
He knows he's pretty, though. He knows he's pretty.
He's a mess. Look at Walter. He said, this is a hard job looking after all these crazy heathens.
Yes. And he's so hot.
God bless him. He's so pretty. Oh my goodness. You don't meet a stranger, do you? Oh my goodness. Tiffany, thank you so much for letting us come. Everything is gorgeous as always.
Well, thank you so much.
And this is
And
a little
thank you
book
for
that
my
I
little
brought.
book.
I thought
Look
her
how adorable adorable.
I thought her grandbabies might like
Yes,
that.
oh, I'm going to be displaying that. That is so cute.
Because Tiffany's got plenty of farm friends.
Yes, I do.
So look, if you get tired of the zebra, just holler at me and let me know, and I'll
ask my neighbor.
Look, couldn't you see me riding him in downtown? I've got tickled riding him in downtown Clanton in the parade, honey. Yes. I'm telling you, they would just fit right in. I've got tickled. Well, thank you so much, Tiffany, for letting us come. Welcome. And I know everybody's going to love it. And we'll see you next time.